President Trump said Putin plans to retaliate against Ukraine's major drone attack. Retired U.S. Navy Rear Admiral Mark Montgomery joins me. Sir, how can peace talks go anywhere when Putin's talking about revenge? And if they're going nowhere, what are we going to do?
Well, you're exactly right. I don't think they're going anywhere, but I don't think they're going anywhere even before the strike. I mean, the meeting last week, the Russian proposal was as revanchist as it's ever been. I thought it was very disrespectful to President Trump, for President Putin's team to be putting in, requests that, basically demilitarized Ukraine and made it almost a vassal state. It was a dead on arrival. And now with this attack, I think, Russia is going to feel they have to do something. That was a fairly embarrassing attack for President Putin. He lost more than, he lost 30% of his bombers, which is even higher percentage when you figure how many are non-operational. So significant attack. And now I think he's going to have to respond. And he has the ability to impose a lot of cost on Ukrainian civilian infrastructure and civilians.
So what are we going to do? What is America going to do?
I think that this is the time. President Trump has 3 times said, I'm very close to bringing some sanctions on Vladimir Putin to bring him to the table for serious negotiations. President Trump's the most powerful leader in the world. He wields the most powerful sticks in the world, not just our military, but our economic power. And if he sanctions the shadow fleet, their second, the sanctions evaders in China and India and Turkey and elsewhere, that will damage the Russian economy quickly, I think causing President Putin to have to make a choice. And that could bring him to the table. But only President Trump has the power to do this.
Iran's Khomeini rejects America's demand for zero uranium enrichment. He says it's 100% against Tehran's interest. Talks have stalled. What's going to happen there? What should America do with stalled talks?
Well, first, I'm glad they're stalled because I think some of the discussion was about allowing Iran to keep some enrichment capability and not fully dismantle the enterprise. I don't agree with the Ayatollah too often, but I do agree that if we were proposing any kind of maintenance of enrichment, it would be nonsense. Now, in his case, he's trying to maintain an indigenous capability inside Iran. The United States will never allow that to happen. Our proposals have to do with regional enrichment approaches, but I don't even think that's a good idea. I think the right proposal is the one that President Trump campaigned on. It's the one Marco Rubio has supported throughout his time in the Senate, and that's a complete dismantlement of Iran's nuclear program.
It just doesn't look like the Ukraine situation or the Iran situation are going to be resolved anytime soon. That's the way it looks to me, at least. Admiral, thanks for joining us this morning. Come back and see us again soon, please.
Thank you for having me.